lovers of money, and advocates of Little Bill. Yeah, get it? Buffalo Bills. Today we're doing a Buffalo Bills franchise. Most recently, we just did the division that had the Saints, Falcons, Panthers, and Buccaneers. I wanted to go into an AFC division so we can mix it up a little bit, and today I chose to do the Buffalo Bills division. We're starting off with the cover athlete, but the reason why we're starting off with the Buffalo Bills and not like the Patriots and Jets is because the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets should be pretty quick rebuilds. I should be able to do them in two parts, get into the playoffs by year two for each one, and then play the playoff games in part two, and then kind of end them off there. The Patriots are the only franchise that I think I'll need to do more full model rescale rebuilding because Bill Belichick's not in the game, and out of respect for the fact that he doesn't want to be in it, I'm not going to create like a fake version of him and try to make it realistic in that way. I'm going to go the most off script way to rebuild the Patriots probably when I do that rebuild. So that's why I'm starting off with the Bills. The Bills and Dolphins should be relatively easy to rebuild, some trades here and there. And then when it comes to the Jets, we'll wait till year two. We'll get Aaron Rodgers back. We'll build that storyline, and that would be that. This division should be relatively quick to kind of bump out. The only reason why I actually started with this division is because in season two for my team, they have Randy Moss in the Patriots jersey on it, and that's what made me think, oh, okay, we'll just do the Patriots. But then I realized the other three teams would be easier, so we're just going to start with them. So I will start off with the Buffalo Bills. All right. um, let's take a look at the roster. Um, O-line's okay. Tight end looks fine. Gabe Davis is on a one-year deal. I might try to, since the team could be a little bit more cap struck when Von Miller's contract kicks in. Obviously, he's out with an injury right now. He's on IR. But when he comes back for season two, when we make our Super Bowl run, I envision that Von Miller's cap hit will be a bit bigger. So we might want to move around some guys now. Von Miller will probably play left end. Um, I think Micah Hyde only has a one-year deal. I'm probably going to look to move on from him kind of early on. I could see myself using him and Gabe Davis in other rebuilds. So I will move on from Micah Hyde now, and then I'll figure out who else to replace them later. Right now, in my mind, the guy that I could see the not necessarily the Bills trading for, but who I could see being a good fit to the Buffalo Bills is Jamal Adams. I like the idea of Jamal Adams on this team. We're a little bit low in money. Their O-line sucks too, so we can offer an expiring David Edwards maybe. I'm giving them the better safety in the trade, so maybe we can throw in some picks, see what they say to that. It almost goes through. So Jamal Adams and a fourth maybe. Okay, Jamal Adams a sixth and a seventh perhaps. Alright, so we have to give them a pick. That's fine. I can throw them like a future sixth round pick. I think that's perfectly fine. In a Jamal Adams swap, we get a safety on a multi-year deal. They get a backup offensive lineman to help wherever they have injuries, and then we get off a one-year deal. This will just help us because if we don't have cap space next year, just having guys on contract would be good. And then who would replace Gabe Davis? I'm actually not sure who to replace Gabe Davis just yet. Because I could see him being a guy who gets paid a lot in free agency, and then another team targeting him. So moving on from him, in my mind, makes some sense. But Elijah Moore would be a good fit, actually. Elijah Moore, I like that idea. Or Joshua Palmer, that's another idea I like. Sky Moore could be interesting. Sam Cosmi could be useful. Not necessarily what I'm looking for, but could be useful. Um, hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking. Getting AJ Dillon from the Packers would be useful. If we can work out a trade where we get a receiver from them, I wouldn't mind that. Um, we can get a new power back on the team, and then also get ourselves our new receiver. Uh, I don't imagine them giving us any of these guys. They are both rookies. These guys are both on their second year. Romeo Dobbs has played pretty okay in real life. I don't envision he'd be gone. But maybe we can get A.J. Dillon and some draft picks, and then we can use those draft picks to go get a new receiver. And also, getting Gabe Davis would be a massive upgrade for the Packers, because then they have more targets for Jordan Love. Yeah, okay, we're getting A.J. Dillon, a second, third, and fourth round pick. That's a trade I take. We can now use those picks to go get another receiver. Elijah Moore definitely looked like a good target in my mind. Diggs is a good route runner. I don't necessarily see a great jump ball receiver on this team, but when you have Josh Allen throwing it deep, having some good guys who can go downfield are important. So Gabe Davis was good, but with a 1-year deal, in case if we weren't going to have the money to resign him, I'd rather just not take that risk. All right, what other receiver can we go get? Trying to think of who comes to my mind. Nah, we'd have to pay T. Higgins. Elijah Moore has a 2-year deal. He's a good playmaker downfield. 5'10". I don't envision the Browns using him much. I'm pretty sure they would re-sign Peoples-Jones. They have Amari Cooper. I think we can probably get Elijah Moore without having to give up too much. Now that we brought A.J. Dillon to the team, Damian Harris is a little bit more expendable. Oh, that's not enough. But you're on an expiring contract too. Yeah, okay. We can get Elijah Moore pretty easily. I think we'll make that move first. We'll throw in it this year. We have 3 6th-round picks. I don't know how that happened. But we'll throw in a 6th-round pick. That's not good enough. How about a 5th-round pick? And I'm not giving you 2 5th-round picks. I'll give you a 5th and a 7th. How about that? A 5th, a 7th, Trent Sherfeld, and Damian Harris for Elijah Moore. Alright. Well, Elijah Moore has a 2-year deal, so he will be here for the next year of the rebuild. Stephon Diggs should be here. Josh Allen's healthy. The running back duo of James Cook and A.J. Dillon could be fine. Deion Dawkins probably stays our left tackle. Mitch Morse can stay our center. Osiris Torrance can stay our right guard. Maybe we look for a brief upgrade at tackle, perhaps. If we want to go in the draft and get another receiver, we could. If we could specifically get a jump ball receiver, that might be a good idea. And then run Elijah Moore in the slot. After adding Jamal Adams, I'm actually going to move Teron Johnson. To free safety. I don't really see my safeties ever really do much in the sim in terms of the Bills defense. I haven't done a lot of Bills franchises, but sometimes I look at the stats and see how they play, and they don't really tend to do much unless it's Jordan Poyer. So Teron Johnson can move over there. Jamal Adams can be used on some blitz packages, so we'll move him to... It would be kind of weird to play him at linebacker. He is fast. He can get sacks for sure. He's a run support safety. But if we have an elite set at corner, I think that will help us shut down teams from beating us in the red zone. So, that lowers him down to an 82. Maybe that's a bad idea then. For how much money we're paying him, that's probably a bad idea. I guess the alternative I could do is... Could always restructure his contract. I think for now I'll play him at middle linebacker then. For now. Yeah, alright. For now I'll play him at middle linebacker. I'll move Bernard to outside linebacker. He's played pretty decent in real life too, so I wouldn't mind playing him at the left outside linebacker. Matt Milano can play the right outside linebacker. We can move on from Daquan Jones at D tackle. A lot of these guys only have 1 year deals. I think Jordan Phillips is a perfectly fine D tackle too. And then we have a young guy like Tim Settle Jr. Hmm. I mean, we also have Taylor Rapp though. He's 6 feet tall, 205. Move Taylor Rapp to. I'm gonna move Taylor Rapp to corner. He'll be a third corner for now. So we have Taylor Rapp, Tre'Davious White, and Kyer Alam at corner. I like that. Teron Johnson moved to safety. Bernard at outside linebacker. Jordan Poyer. Gregory Rousseau. We probably once we get Von Miller back, he can be on the edge. We're probably gonna lose Leonard Floyd because he's gonna regress, and we could always bring him back as a backup if need be. We might move some of the D tackles around just so the guys we do have on contract get better and get rid of the guys on 1 year deals because our offense is more the modal for our team being better, not necessarily our defense. So, let's try to make some cap space if possible. Nothing here. We'll keep Jordan Poyer. Teron Johnson's playing free safety. We'll definitely keep DeMar Hamlin. Cam Lewis can go. Taylor Rapp for now is our third corner. I guess for now Dane Jackson can go, and so can Siren Neal. Yeah. We'll shop them to the Buccaneers for a future third round pick maybe. Sure. We'll just try to make a little cap space now so we can run a few different guys on our roster and see how our roster performs. We, in most cases, should be a playoff team year one, but year two is when it really matters. Despite having an expiring contract, we'll keep him around. We'll get rid of you. Get rid of AJ. Yeah, these guys all have 1 year deals. You have a 4 year, well, not 4 year, but $4 million hit. Another corner in a fifth. Greg Dortch in a seventh. I'm cool with getting Greg Dortch. I think that's a semi decent fit. Actually, no, he's 5'7". The only reason why height matters right now is because we already have two downfield guys. What we kind of could use is more of a jump ball receiver, someone who's like maybe a little bit over 6 feet tall. Like Zach Pascal would make a little bit more sense. Not saying that he's the guy we should go get, but someone of his caliber would make more sense. Justin Watson would actually be decent as well. I'm going to target Justin Watson. I'm going to opt for the Chiefs, these linebackers, and maybe they can give us a future pick as well. That might be a bit much to ask for, but I'm going to try it anyway. How about that? So Justin Watson and a 5th round pick for a depth linebacker, AJ Espenza and Tim Settle Jr. I'm okay with that. We got a jump ball receiver. We get a guy who's a little bit over 6 feet tall, and Justin Watson. He's another guy who gets kind of open downfield. So, is it a product of Pat Mahomes or is it a product of him being good? I'm not sure, but we'll keep Latavius Murray as the 3rd running back, unless there's a trade for him that's actually really good, which there's not. Keep Reggie Gilliam. We have Deontay Hardy, Justin Watson. All right, receiving core looks fine for now. Can always make adjustments come time of the off season. We can get rid of them for now to get some depth elsewhere. We still have Ryan Bates. We still have Osiris Torrance. We have Spencer Brown. Gregory Rousseau is our edge. We can move on from Daquan Jones. And then we can just go get some depth and free agency to fill out our roster after we trade these guys. We'll have $9 million cap space, so. Daquan Jones and company will send them to the Cowboys. Okay. So we can add 6 plus 3. We can add 9 guys to our roster. How much cap space do we have? Let me just see real quick. we have 7 mil to add up to 9 guys to our roster. Uh, some positions we could just use some mediocre depth, and other positions we could use a little bit more help. Don't really need anything there. We could definitely use a backup safety. Jonathan Abrams is an option. I've done Tees to Bore recently. I think I'll go. We have extra corners. One of them can always kind of fill in. In terms of a linebacker option, I think we can add someone like a veteran like Devin Kennard could be nice. He was a former Detroit Lion who was a captain once upon a time. Let's see. Middle linebacker. No, I feel fine with that for now. Reggie Ragland would have been okay. Actually, yeah. Give me Reggie Ragland. Give me Reggie Ragland, actually. Once upon a time, Reggie Ragland was pretty good too. He reminded me a bit of Anthony Hitchens. Alright, going on to the edge. Chase Winovich. That's a good guy to just add to the team for depth purposes. Definitely need an offensive lineman to add to the team for depth as well as a D tackle. Actually, wait, no, we have Poona Ford. Jordan Phillips. Yeah, actually, we have 3 guys. Never mind. Offensive line help would be good. Gabe Jackson. I'll take Gabe Jackson. Tight end's fine. And I think we'll just leave open a few roster spots in case of injuries or something. But I think this is good for now. So obviously, year 1, we're expecting to be a good team. We won't change things too drastically. If we somehow play bad, well then next year I gotta figure out how to make this team be good again. But they shouldn't be bad. They really just shouldn't, so. Alright, so I didn't get rid of everyone who has a 1-year deal, but the only other thing I might do is I might opt to move Jamal Adams back to corner, and with doing that, he'll be a lower overall, and then maybe we'll restructure his contract, and then he'll take a pay cut, perhaps. I like the idea of we'll let Osiris Tolmans play right tackle with Gabe Jackson playing the new right guard position. We have Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid, that tight end duo. There's no point in changing it. It's already good. We have Elijah Moore. Let Justin Watson join the receiving corps. We have a decent duo back situation going on here. Bernard will play outside linebacker. I'll move up Reggie Ragland. We have Devon Kennard. He can play there. Jordan Poyer, Teron Johnson. Tre'Davious White's hurt. That's great. He'll be back in a week, so he'll jump back into our DB core. But for now, we have Kyra Elam, Taylor Rapp, and is that Cam Benford? Christian Benford. Okay, my bad. I don't really know much about Christian Benford, but he's young. I'm sure he'll play okay. Chase Winovich is there for depth. I'm actually going to start Jordan Phillips. And then at some point, we can take Von Miller off IR, and then we'll see what he's capable of doing for our team as well. I'm going to see how long he's on IR for. He's only on IR for 3 weeks. Okay. So come time trade deadline, we'll take him off IR. Or can we take him off now? No, we can't take him off now. But we can bring back Von Miller in 3 weeks. We'll let him play the season. Yeah, we'll just send 3 weeks. And then we'll take Von Miller off IR, and then we'll start him at defensive end and see what we produce. So we lose week 1 to the Jets. We lose week 2. Actually, I don't know why I said we lose week 2. I'm just manifesting a loss, I guess. We only lost by a field goal to the Jets. That's fine. We beat the Raiders. Remember, this is supposed to be the easy one, so if I'm losing these, that's unfortunate. We're 2-1. The Dolphins are 0-3. which is funny because I was talking about how they were, one of the better teams. But let's take Von Miller off IR. That way he'll actually get to play. We'll see what he can actually do. Oh, we can't take him off IR until the regular season's over. Okay, my apologies. So we have to get to the playoffs, then we can take him off IR. Is there anyone worth trying to negotiate a contract with? AJ Dillon, I would like to bring him back. Oh, negative 35 million cap. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess the AJ Dillon move really isn't going to amount to much. None of these guys, that's a player option, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, we're not going to be able to bring back AJ Dillon or Taylor Rapp. So that's, well, we'll decide around trade deadline if we're going to do anything or not. If at trade deadline, if we're winning and we're well in the lead, I can cut ties with AJ Dillon and or Taylor Rapp. Yeah, we're 4-1. What do you mean breakout quarterback? We have an X Factor quarterback. What? What? Be great again. Throw one or fewer interceptions. Have total yards with Josh Allen for a significant amount of L for XP. Oh, okay. I assume when you say breakout, you mean development trade. Oh, never mind. I mean, we are facing the Giants. I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah, so we're good. Obviously, there's nothing really that shocking about this team being good, though. Yeah, we're 6-1. Is AJ Dillon playing a big part of our team? If he's not, then we'll just shop him now. Josh Allen 16-2. That's good. AJ Dillon, he only has 2 touchdowns anyway. I mean, in terms of like what we actually needed him for, he's fine. But Justin Watson has 4 touchdowns. Dawson Knox is doing a big part of our offense. Dalton Kincaid's getting involved a little bit. AJ Dillon has 2 receiving touchdowns. That's different. That is very different. The sack numbers could be better, but not the worst either. Gregory Rousseau already has 7 sacks at the trade deadline, so that's good. Tre'Davious White has 3 picks. Taylor Rapp has a pick. Okay. Well, we're not going to be able to afford to bring Taylor Rapp or AJ Dillon back, so since we're already most likely in a playoff race, let's just kind of trade them now. We're not really at risk of being a worse team, so. Alright, AJ Dillon. What can we get for AJ Dillon? Van Jefferson, a 6th and a 7th. Not a terrible trade, but I think I'm going to just look for something else. I don't really need another receiver. If I could find a corner, that'd be kind of fine. Some sort of multi-year corner. Like Rock Ya-Sin would be good. Can offer Taylor Rapp and AJ Dillon for him. I'll start off with AJ Dillon, and then I'll throw in Taylor Rapp as well. And we'll just get an improvement at corner. I'm fine with that. We'll have to throw in a draft pick. Is there anything else of value that I can just kind of chop in there? Maybe they want Kingsley Jonathan instead. Can they give me a depth running back? Do they have like a low overall running back on their roster that I could just kind of just snag as well? No, they don't. That's fine. We'll just do this. And then we'll go pick up a running back from some other team's practice squad. And I just need a power back. Just someone who can punch it into the end zone every once in a while. Practice squad. Yep. Any team that has a running back, Jamar Jefferson, not necessarily a power back, that won't really work. Snoop Connor would work, but I just used him recently. Larry Roundtree the third. Not a terrible option. Lou Nichols? Rookie Lou Nichols. I'll take Lou Nichols. We'll sign him from the active roster. So we'll sign him from the practice squad to our active roster, and now we have a new third running back. He's a rookie. We won't be able to keep him for long, but good enough. Get him to playoffs. Alright. Oh, we're still simulating. Okay. Okay. Alright, so going into the playoffs, we are. Oh, right. 18 weeks, not 17 weeks. 12 and 5. And we get the bye, I believe. Cool. So as a team, we ranked third in defense in terms of allowing points. We were 8th in terms of scoring. We were 5th in terms of throwing the ball. We had one of the league's worst rush offenses. We had one of the league's better rush defenses. Our pass defense was kind of bad. That's good to know. Well, we have Justin Watson, so revenge game against the Chiefs, I guess. And the Chiefs say, and the Chiefs tell us to not worry about it. That's fine. So we'll just sim to the Super Bowl. We'll get into next season. And then the goal is to make the playoffs. And then once we make the playoffs, we'll cut it off here. We'll start part 2. And we'll actually play all the playoff games and try to bring the Bills to their first Super Bowl win. 49ers and Raiders. That is not a Super Bowl you see often. Just quickly look at the playoff chart. We had the bye. The Chiefs just barely edged the Bengals. Then the Chiefs destroy us. The Raiders destroy the Broncos, which I guess makes some sort of sense. The Jags beating the Chargers again. That's a blast from the past. Interesting. The Raiders even beat the Chiefs, so that's something to know. The Saints beat the Falcons. 49ers beat the Panthers. Eagles absolutely decimate the Vikings. A 15-13 game. Now that's interesting. Did they win off 5 field goals? I'm just curious. No, they only kicked 3 field goals. So maybe 3 field goals and a rush touchdown. Is that what happened? Brock Purdy rushes for a touchdown. Interesting. So Brock Purdy rushed touchdown and 3 field goals. That's how that happened. And how did this happen? Eagles scored 21 points in the 4th quarter. Kirk Cousins throws 2 picks. Jalen Hurts throws 4 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift 123 rushing yards. Jalen Hurts 24 yards and a rushing touchdown. Rashad Penny gets a rushing touchdown. Wow. Touchdown for Dallas Goedert. Touchdown for Jameson Crowder. Touchdown for DeAndre Swift. Yep, okay. Well, at least we don't have to deal with that. We have to deal with the Chiefs if we want to try to make it to the Super Bowl. Alright, let's get to the offseason. We're going to have to make some trades. We're going to have to get creative around the cap space, and then we'll figure out how to make this team be sufficient. Injury report. Yeah, I can't take you off IR. You're out for 12 more weeks. So we don't have Naheem Hines. Is Von Miller back, or did he just retire? That also could have been a thing that happens. But let me just see. James Cook, we really don't have a backup running back. we're gonna have to figure out how to make that work. Still got Justin Watson. Still got Deontay Hardy. Still got Elijah Moore. Osiris Torrance is good. Dalton Kincaid's now not Dalton Kincaid. Dawson Knox is now a superstar, so that's good. Yeah, so I guess Von Miller just decided to up and retire, which stings, but oh well. So our defensive backcourt looks good, I think, on both sides. We still have Jamal Adams. Bernard goes up to star. I'm not going to be able to re-sign all these D tackles, and Leonard Floyd actually didn't regress, so maybe we can bring him back as well once we figure out how to make some cap space. Yeah, I can't negotiate contracts. I'm negative 20 million in the hole, so we'll have to figure out a way to work around that. Now obviously we could get 18 million if we moved on from Jamal Adams, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Deion Dawkins, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna move on from him just yet. Teron Johnson, maybe. Jordan Poyer, maybe. Naheem Hines is making 5 million. I can't do anything about it. 2 mil for Justin Watson. That's not an insane amount of money or anything. Okay. Let's explore options for a Jamal Adams trade. I'm not assuring that I'll trade Jamal Adams, but hypothetically, if we did, what kind of stats did he put up? At the Mike linebacker position, he had 2 interceptions, 102 tackles, and half a sack. That's perfectly fine. But for the amount of money I'm going to be paying him, I might be better off just shopping him for something else. If there is an option to shop him for anything else. That's no. And that's also no. So far the answer is looking like a no. What if we throw anything else into the trade? Maybe, nope, not that. Nope, not that. Maybe we throw Deontay Hardy, and maybe we even cut ties with Mitch Morse. That would get us quite a bit of cap space. Josh Uche or Damian Pierce. That's a little too much to give up for just Damian Pierce, but Damian Pierce would be effective of giving us some sort of run game. But I'm not loving that trade idea just now. Yeah, making 20 mil is going to be a bit difficult. Let's see. What did we lose and what did we keep? Our kicker's still fine. Our punter's still fine. We still have Jordan Poyer. We still have Teron Johnson. We still have DeMar Hamlin. We still have Tre'Davious White. Rock Yasin's here. Kyer Lam's here. Christian Benford. The cornerback trio is fine. Matt Milano is fine. Jamal Adams is fine. Terrell Bernard is fine. He can stay outside linebacker. Ed Oliver. We need another D tackle and another edge. We'll probably have to address those in the draft. Tight end looks fine. Receiver's okay. Could be better. And we need a running back. So we need a power back. We need potentially another receiver. We need a D tackle, a defensive end, and maybe an upgrade at the O-line. And we have negative 20 million in cap to figure out how to do that. Okay. So I can't sign any free agents right now. That's going to make this part a little bit difficult. I mean, there's a relatively good free agency class, but I can't do anything about it. Like, who would I have signed anyway is the question. Yeah, I can't manage a trade because I'm already in the negatives. So I'm going to have to look to draft. I could trade my pick for more picks if there's not a player in my mind that I think I should draft. Let's check out the mock drafts. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have what pick. We have pick 28. Probably not going to draft a receiver. At least not that one. Is there anything worth trading up for? That's a free safety. That's an elusive running back. Quarterback, no. Receiver, no. Other receiver, no. A decent D tackle, but still no. Eric Barnett at pick 10. That could be an option. So then maybe we can move Dawkins to the right tackle position. That's a decent looking tackle. It's a decent looking linebacker. I don't think I'm really feeling anybody in the first round. I might trade out of the first round and trade into the second round and then just pick up more picks. I think that's the route I'm going with this year's draft. There wasn't a player that I felt effectively connected to, so I'll make my own trade then. Can I just snag a bunch of picks from you guys? That's a lot to ask for, by the way. Holy crap, they almost said yes. Just take out that 5th round pick then. So for pick 28, we'll get a second, 3rd, 4th, and 6th round pick. Really? Wow. Alright, well that trade made sense. We have a lot of holes in our roster. We don't have cap space, so that's why we traded out of the first round. There was nothing that really looked like it was worth taking anyway. I probably could maneuver around the cap and make some money. But even if I could, it's not like I can really sign much. I can trade Justin Watson. Can't really even trade Justin Watson because when you're in the negatives, the game doesn't let you trade. The only way I can make a trade is if I was willing to get rid of Jamal Adams. That's the only way I could really make cap space right now. I mean, we'll have cap space going into the 3rd season, so if we have to do a 3rd year to the rebuild, that'd be fine. We could make some cap space if we were willing to cut ties with some guys early on, and then kind of just trade around their cap penalties. That's really the only way I could probably do this. Because if we're at negative 20, we could trade. If we got rid of Jamal Adams and got a bunch of picks, right? That clears up 17. And then all we have to do is get rid of someone maybe like Mitch Morse. And now we effectively have cap space to move around, make more trades, get more guys, and do things like that. But to lose Jamal Adams right now, I just don't know if I want to do that. Like, the Jamal Adams market doesn't seem very high. What if I, just hypothetically, what if I just threw him with a bunch of picks? Like Buda Baker. Yeah, none of those are really inspiring me to make moves. I mean, Brian O'Neill seems cool, but without any cap space, I don't really even know how I make that trade work. Yeah, $19 million hit. Yeah, I can't do that. So yeah, we swung for the fences. We got Jamal Adams. Von Miller didn't come back for some reason. I guess he decided to retire. So we're going a different route. We're not drafting in the first round. We have 2 picks in the second round now. I'll explore a trade, but I'm probably going to just draft with it. But wait, huh? No, why would I do that? I could trade into the 3rd, 4th round and then pick up some next year picks. That's an option. I mean, they're not the worst options, but I'm probably going to just draft with this pick because I'm going to need some talent to replace what I couldn't do in free agency. So there is a receiver. There's an okay receiver. He is 6'4". He actually kind of does fit what we need. He's a playmaking 6'4" receiver. Could low-key be like a DK Metcalf then. Um, a decent safety is here too. A decent left guard is here. There's okay outside linebackers here as well. If we can get Gabriel Hurts, we could always move him. A pursuit, A tackle, good zone coverage. Gabriel Hurts looks good. I'm probably going to trade up my other second round pick and draft Gabriel Hurts. But for now, I'm going to draft that receiver. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. If he's there by the Panthers pick, I'll trade up for him. Really? Really, Falcons? Okay. Well, the Falcons took him, so that's unfortunate. I was gonna trade up for him and I didn't. That's my own fault. I mean, there's only a chance he's good. Maybe he wasn't even that good anyway. Get an offensive lineman. Felix Hood is an option. Von Browning, an offensive lineman. Yeah, offensive lineman is a position we need. I'm gonna take Vaughn. So we drafted a receiver and an offensive lineman in the second round. So we still need a defensive tackle, a defensive end. D tackle and D end we definitely need. There's other things we could use, but that's primarily our biggest needs. Outside linebacker, Kyle Caldwell, he could be okay. Not really the best option, but he could be okay. Trevor Sharping, not feeling it. Oh yeah, and we need a power back at some point. I think Caldwell right now is our best choice. We're gonna take Caldwell. Kyle Caldwell. He doesn't look like he's the best player around, but definitely fits what I need for my team, so I'll take Kyle Caldwell. I still need a D tackle and a power running back. Not great carrying, not great catching. That's fine. I guess I'll wait and take Derek. Yeah, I think I'll wait and take Derek. If I wait and take Derek, then I should take a D tackle now. On second thought, just give me the running back. It's fine. We might be reaching for a running back, but I'm gonna take Derek Faulkner. And now I just need. I can always move Caldwell to D tackle if we're able to get another outside linebacker. We can move to the edge. That is an additional option of what we could do. Well, despite my amazing beatboxing, I don't know who to draft. Mark Hoffman. No. I guess we'll just draft our backup quarterback, Keegan Pierman. Yeah. He'll be our backup for Josh Allen. Linebacker depth, yeah. We'll just take Bradley Lloyd. I feel like by not picking that linebacker that the Falcons took, I feel like I fumbled that pick. I feel like I should have traded up for him. Hmm. Well, don't judge a book by its cover. Let's take somebody. Depth corner, perhaps. Jeremy Cohen. Sure. We'll take full zone corner Jeremy Cohen. I don't really need this pick. This one will swap for some next year picks. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll take future picks. 20, 20, yep. Next year, 6th and 7th. We'll just do that. Colts, you can have back-to-back picks in the 6th round. Wow. We have so many 6th round picks. We'll trade this one too. Rams, you can have it. I think this one should be my last pick, and I think I'll just get a depth D tackle. That's really all I need at this point is a depth D tackle. Alright, Freddie. Welcome. Oh, really? Hidden development. Okay. It said he had F block shedding, so that's interesting. He won't ever get to the quarterback, but he will just be a big body, and I'm okay with that. All right, draft recap. We drafted a 71 overall receiver in the first round. We drafted a 73 overall guard, 70 overall defensive end, 68 overall power back, 64 overall backup quarterback, 62 overall linebacker, 70 overall corner, and a 61 overall hidden development D tackle. Well, the Falcons took the guy I was going to draft, so hopefully he's not like the best guy in the draft because that would stink. The outside linebacker Hurts. He was only a 72 overall actually, but he did have hidden development, so that stinks. Oh well. Ben Russo. Alright, who was the best guy in the draft? Just for fun and speculation, the best guy in the draft was a 78 overall right tackle, followed by a tight end. There was a receiver picked in the late first round. There was a running back. He's an elusive back, so I wasn't going to take him anyway. I was looking for power backs. Was there a good power back in the draft? That's the last thing I have any interest in checking. Man, that was a late first round pick. 5th round corner. Interesting. Anyway. So at negative 26 million, hopefully the team's still a playoff contender, which should be, but you never know. Sometimes things just don't go your way. The guy that I drafted, he can be an immediate starter. Connor McGovern can stay at left guard. The rookie I drafted can slide over to. Oh, he's already a right guard. Yeah, he'll play right guard, and I think Osiris Torrance can play right tackle for us. What's what's the theme at right tackle? Is it pass protection? Yeah, it's pass protection. No wonder why Osiris Torrance wasn't the best when we put him there. Mitch Morse, are you good at pass protection? You are. Mitch Morse, slide over to right tackle. Mitch Morse will slide over to the right tackle position. Osiris can stay at right guard. Connor McGovern can stay at the left guard, and then center, we'll put our rookie at center. Von Browning will play center. Hey, if we lose out on Von Miller, we're going to get Von Browning. That was my thought. So we have Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. Bulldozer and armbar. Slot apprentice. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. Bulldozer and armbar. Yeah, that's fine. He'll get the ball in the short, and then he'll power his way through. We have Diggs, Elijah Moore. Our rookie receiver is a bit of a jump ball guy. So him and Justin Watson can get involved there. So can Deontay Hardy. We have our new power back. James Cook's our running back. Our defense arguably got better. Oh, never mind, actually. It did not arguably get better. Yeah, we are going to start a 61 overall D tackle. It is what it is. And then we have Caldwell at the right end. Well, we don't really have much money, so we're going to have to deal with it. If this isn't a playoff team, then we'll have to, I don't know, probably make money moves. We'll have to move around some guys. We're negative 16 million cap, so we technically can make cap space, actually. Yeah, we don't need all these. We don't need to have this many corners or this many running backs. Why would we? Why would we do this? Why are they recommended to cut? We're not cutting them. Oh, we'll get rid of Tommy Doyle. There we go. So right now, the only way we can make an effective amount of cap space is to get rid of Jamal Adams, but that's not gonna be the immediate choice. That will be if we're really, really bad by the trade deadline. Then, if we're really bad by trade deadline, I'll remodel the team completely. Because I have a lot of expiring contracts. I got a lot of guys I can move on from and make the team different if need be. We only scored 3 points. That doesn't make any sense. Our offense is our strongest thing. I understand if we're allowing a lot of points, but we should be scoring. So, none of that 3 points crap. None of that. Alright, yeah, 28-21, that makes sense. Okay. Beat the Broncos. How do we do against the Rams? We beat the Rams as well. Who's injured? Naheem Hines again is injured. That's just unfortunate. So right now, we're one of the worst teams in the division, but then again, it's not like we really have the money to really do much to our roster. Interesting. I'll just jump in if the game's close and if it comes down to a touchdown or so. If not, I'm not gonna bother. I'll just let whatever happens happens. Yeah, I would like to take the division if possible. Um, jump this quarter. Alright, give me a couple offensive drives. Let me see what I can do. Josh Allen's throwing 2 picks. That's unfortunate. Probably just start deep all game, to be honest. I think he could have got that. Oh no, not Jordan Whitehead. The Josh Allen whisperer. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Damn. I remember when I was supposed to help you. Yeah, that didn't happen. They would have came back and win if I just didn't jump in. That's funny. Good to know. Oh well. and 3, huh? At this point, we're just gonna sim to the playoffs. It doesn't seem like there's much more I can really do. We have a winning record. I don't think that we might just sneak into the playoffs, and that's fine. I'll take sneaking into the playoffs. It's good enough. And if we don't sneak into the playoffs, then we need a third year to build a team, and that's fine. We'll have more cap space. We'll have to divvy up some contracts, but we'll make things work out. Hmm. Do we still sneak into the playoffs? We don't. We go 10-7 and just missed the playoffs by one game. That one loss to the Jets made a big difference. Okay. Oh, one more season. We made it to the playoffs the first year. Second year, we go 10-7, just missed by one game. So really, all we have to do is make our team slightly better, and we can do this. If I didn't lose that game to the Jets, we would have been in the playoffs, but that's okay. That's okay. A third season is fine. We actually have a little bit of cap space. That's fun. Chiefs and Falcons are in the Super Bowl. Good for them. Yeah. Who are my free agents? Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh, indeed. Nope. 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 A lot of nopes. Yes. Please. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna move Jamal Adams to my corner. I don't really want him playing middle linebacker anymore. I'm gonna go look for a different middle linebacker. Unless he played amazing, but I don't think so. Yeah, 59 tackles. He had 2 interceptions, but for 17 mil a year, I can pay him a lot less, and we could just let him be our corner. I think I like that idea better. In the final year of his deal, he's gonna be our new corner. We'll put in a bid for him, but we're gonna cut him. Try to get some cap space back. He's gonna be our new. He'll be a corner when we bring him back. We'll try to sign him back as a corner. So we still have Kyer Alam. He's on his player option. We still have Tre'Davious White. We still have Rocky Sin and Christian Benford and Jeremy Cohen. Theo Jackson. Okay, where can we save some money? Don't need David. Tight end duo's fine. O-line definitely needs a little bit of work. 4 mil for Ryan Bates. We might move on from Ryan Bates. Gregory Rousseau, we want to keep him around. Definitely need to bring in another D tackle. The linebacker position's a little weak right now. Okay. We can make this work. Let's trade Ryan Bates. Let's make a little bit more cap space. Mason Cole in a 4th. Safety in a 6th and a 7th. I'll make my own trade. How about the Panthers give me something? What if we make a swap for Urza Cleveland? Yeah. Let's make a swap for Urza Cleveland. We'll get rid of Jalen Darden. And we'll get rid of... I will get rid of somebody else too. And Spectre. And then we'll throw in a draft pick. pick. Um, this year's 7th round pick. And another this year's 7th round pick. Cool. That should open up some space for Von Browning to be our starting center. Now we have Osiris Torrance to play right guard. We have our center. We need tackles. We need some defense. Need a little bit of stuff. Quarterback's not a concern. Getting a power back would still be useful. Not a lot of them though. Maybe we'll draft one. We could bring back Elijah Moore. I like the Joshua Palmer idea. I like the Allen Robinson idea the most. We'll offer Allen Robinson a contract. I would like Deion Dawkins back. Yes, even at that price tag, I'd like him back. Yannick Ngakoue could be interesting. Draymond Jones could be good. Joseph Osai could be nice as well. Let's give him a smaller deal. Try that. Owosu Kurma would be awesome, but we don't have the money. Tony Fields would be okay. And then, might look to draft a D tackle. Yeah, I might look to draft a D tackle. I could use a pass protector who I can. No, I have Mitch Morse at right tackle, don't I? I know he's a free agent. We'll just try to bring back Mitch Morse. I can't afford Mitch Morse. Cheaper pass protector. Josh Nyman. Okay. Offer him a contract. I mean, our targets aren't like the best players available, but they're guys who fit our team, so. Crap. Who do I draft? I have no idea who to draft. Like, position-wise. Because we now need a lot of things for the team. Alright. Go back to free agency. Okay. Hopefully Allen Robinson signs, because Allen Robinson would be a nice fit for this team as well. I'm willing to give him a bigger contract at this point. Like a slightly bigger contract. Oh, never mind. Joel Bitonio goes to the Buccaneers. Wyatt Teller goes to the Bears. Drake Freelon goes to the Bears. Mark Cooper goes to the Jets. Well, that's not good for us, because we're going to have to play them. Patriots get Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Jamal Adams went to the Steelers. Interesting. Micah Hyde went to the Panthers. I forgot that I don't have Jordan Poyer. I forgot about that. Whoops. Go need safeties. Who's available? Chuck Clark, Mike Edwards. Okay. We can bring back Teron Johnson. Offer Teron Johnson. And then I'll offer I think I'll draft a safety. Yeah, I'll draft a safety probably. So our biggest needs are probably going to be safety, defensive end, and tackle. Our O-line should be fine now. Okay. No, I don't want to look at that. I'm trying to look at the what you call it? Yes, adjust lineup. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So Dawkins, Cleveland, Browning, Torrance, and Nyman. That looks fine. Dawson Kincaid's now an X Factor. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox is an X Factor. Dalton Kincaid's our backup D tackle. We have Allen Robinson. Yeah, that works for me. Matt Milano's a superstar. Bernard's still okay. We could move Rockiuson to safety. That'd be fine. Still got Rousseau. So we really could use a D tackle. That would be the biggest need right now, is D tackle. Okay, let's take a look at the mock draft. Who are we projected to get? With pick 18, we're projected to get a free safety. That could be useful. Lionel Boley, we do need a D tackle. That's also a move we could do. We could also go get this center. That's also useful. Ooh, I want him. The fourth projected guy. I think I really want him. But this guy is also good at pick 12. I'm going to trade for pick 12 and pick 4. Yep, I'm making those trades. Those are going to be my win now moves. Pick 12 and pick 4, I want both. Packers. We'll give you pick 18. And obviously a bit more. Future third round pick. A future second round pick. A future first round pick. Alright, cool. And then we'll go get pick 12 from the Buccaneers. Actually, I'm gonna play it safe and go get pick 10. Yeah, pick 4 is not on the table for pick 10. Yep. He's mine. Alright. And I already know who I want. I would like that D tackle, please. And I would also like that middle linebacker. Now Matt Milano can stay on the outside. And, they just make the rest of the picks for me. Nope. Make the rest of the picks for me, please. Alright. I think I made a playoff team now. If we were one game away from the playoffs last year, then this probably is a playoff team. Probably. Give or take a few games, but could be a playoff team. Once again, don't have any cap space, so this is what we're rocking with. Alright, well, Dawson Knox will be back in a week. We'll have an X-Factor tight end, X-Factor quarterback, X-Factor running back. X-Factor receiver. As long as James Cook out for, he'll be back in a week. So we'll have a run game again in a week. You know what? Play him on the left side. We'll do that. not a good pass protector. Are you a good pass protector? Yes, you are. You can play right tackle. Boom. Alright, O-line looks good. Dawson Knox will be back in a week. James Cook will be back in a week. The defense looks okay. We'll just sim a week, put everyone back in the starting position, and then we'll sim the season, and if we make the playoffs, we'll stop and we'll eventually do part 2 when I have the time to start playing. Alright, we beat the Jets. That's good. That's good. Alright. Adjust lineup one more time. Yeah, this should be a playoff team, I think. Yep. And then we'll just sim the season. And if we don't make the playoffs, then I'm going to redo this Bills franchise, because I think I've learned a few different ways I can make it better if we don't make the playoffs. But then again, even if I do make the playoffs, I still have to successfully win in part 2, so I guess we'll see from there. Alright, well, this is going to take a minute to record, so I'm going to just chill for a minute. Alright. We're at the trade deadline. We're making our way to the playoffs. For the most part, the team we put together makes a lot of sense. The outline is in together where the scheme's supposed to be. The receivers have some dynamics to them, so we have Allen Robinson for a deep route. He can catch a deep ball. He's a good jump ball receiver. He's also a good route runner just in general. I mean, I know hasn't really shown that for a little bit, but I remember him being pretty good at that kind of stuff. Well, when Kenny Pickett's healthy, maybe he'll throw him the ball a little bit better. As for our defense, it was a little disappointing because I thought we were going to have Von Miller and we were going to have like this ferocious defense year 2, and we just missed the playoffs by a single game. But we didn't have cap space. We had a 61 overall D tackle starting next to Ed Oliver, so can't really be shocked that we missed the playoffs. But it was only by 1 game too, so yeah, at least we don't have to play with that. We go 9-8. We won the conference by 1 game. Hey, I'll take it. It's fine. We're going to face the Ravens first game in part 2, but let's just take a look at the stats and stuff. Arthur Cleveland got injured. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Arthur Cleveland got injured at some point. Apparently, so did Stephon Diggs. So Josh Allen's going to be playing with a very fractured receiving core, but we will have Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. We drafted a superstar middle linebacker. Cool. We drafted an X-Factor D tackle. Well, that's fun. Well. I guess we'll see how the playoff game goes, but let's take a look at the stats real quick before we end. And we'll also take a look at the playoff chart. Who's in the playoffs? Browns win the conference. Chiefs will be playing the Steelers. Jags will be facing the Raiders. We will be facing the Ravens. The Packers and the Eagles. This matchup seems to always happen in the simulation for some reason. The Packers and Eagles playing each other as the 4th and 5th seed. The Rams are playing the Buccaneers. That's interesting. And Washington is facing Atlanta. Yeah, definitely a lot of interesting matchups, I'll say that much. Well, Sean McDermott's going to have his work cut out for him. Yeah, I can't really blame you for only throwing 25 touchdowns if there's no Stephon Diggs. So James Cook gets 3 touchdowns. Josh Allen gets 8 rushing touchdowns. Our power back got 2 touchdowns. Diggs got almost 1,300 yards with 9 touchdowns. Allen Robinson gets 4. Clyde gets 7. Yeah, the touchdown numbers indeed went down, but as to be expected. The sack numbers weren't too bad. 100 tackles from our middle linebacker. 8 sacks from our rookie D tackle. 8 sacks from Gregory Rousseau. So our rookie D tackle was a good pickup. Teron Johnson gets 2 picks. So does Tre'Davious White. So does our rookie middle linebacker. And then 19 for 20 kicking. That's cool. Yearly awards. I don't think we won any. Dang. Second in defensive rookie of the year vote. We don't have the best quarterback. We don't have the best running back. We don't have the best receiver. Don't have the best O-lineman. Yeah, do we maybe have the best kicker? Hey, we have the best kicker. There we go. Well, before we end part 1, I'm going to just quickly see what the injuries are, because we don't have Diggs or Cleveland for some reason. Stephon Diggs is out for 2 weeks with a broken finger. So if we do make it to the Super Bowl, he will be back. And same thing with Ezra Cleveland. Ezra Cleveland will be back if we make it to the Super Bowl. So we have to find a way to make it past the Ravens and the following team before they come back. Well, we have a pretty good run defense. We were 11th in the league, so, and the Ravens have they have the league's best rush defense, best rush offense. But they have one of the league's worst rush defenses. So, we're going to be putting that to work. In fact, they're really bad in the pass game, and we're really good at stopping the pass game. So, I think we're good in that regard. Well, just as a little hype up, we'll take a look at what the Ravens have on their roster, see if they made any big free agent pickups or anything. Just for the next one. So far it looks the same. They do not have Marlon Humphrey for this game. Oh. Well, it will have a revenge game against A.J. Dillon. That's good to know. What kind of stats do you have in A.J. Dillon? He was our running back, and he put up... Oh my god. What? He put up 20 touchdowns and then 16? Yeesh. Okay then. Well, he was on our team. He's no longer on our team, so we're going to have to figure out how to play against that. Zay Flowers is good. I'm not too worried about that. Mark Andrews, he's going to be a little annoying. And then, Spencer Brown and A.J. Dillon rematch against the Bills. Anything else I should be concerned about? Damn. They drafted really good. They got a bunch of good players in the draft. They don't have Marlon Humphrey, though, and I like to throw the ball. So I'll be throwing the ball against Jack Jones. If I had Stephon Diggs, this would have been great. Well, actually, no, because Diggs would have been catching it deep against Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams. So if we throw the ball short, these corners aren't that great because Marlon Humphrey isn't playing. So maybe we could probably beat the Ravens when we play them in part 2. As for that, I guess we'll see where it goes. Well, thanks for watching. Part 2 will come out shortly when I play the playoff games. See ya.